Good evening. Good evening. How you doing? I decided I want to start early because I think I just want to finish the game today. Well, this playthrough today. I do like this enough that I think I do want to do Kasane's story as well. But I wasn't really doing anything else, and I was like, you know, let's just play some Scarlet Nexus. One thing I was sorting out right before starting, though, is Final Fantasy 14. And man, their systems are archaic and old. I've always used their launcher, so I figured it's just easier just to keep using the launcher. Apparently I didn't even have it like installed, at least the launcher part. Even though like I've gotten a new PC since I last played, but I transferred everything over, so I was like, why is the launcher not even here? And then I had to do a bunch of annoying bullshit where I was like, do you have an account? Register, change password, suspicious activity, change your address, but also your address is invalid. I'm just like, okay. It's all sorted now though, and it is actually installing as we speak. Although I can't actually play the new expansion because I've just bought the basic bitch version. Which is fine because I have a couple patches worth of stuff to do before I can even start the expansion anyway.
Break program to me once since then. I wonder why she wanted to make it in the first place. She said it was to help people like me rest. She also said I was just like someone... I know! I'll call that person up! She isn't going to like this, but if it helps get the issue out... Hey, Arashi. Remember how you told me that I was like Major General Fubuki?
Oh, that? I can't believe you remember that. Yeah, you two are alike. Especially how earnest and naive you are.
You told me to rest and relax because being too earnest wasn't good. But I think those words and the forced break program were meant for him.
That's an interesting idea. What makes you think that?
There's a lot of reasons. But I guess seeing him work until he collapsed sealed the deal. Whenever I see him, I do think he really needs someone to force him to rest. If that's the case, I think you should be telling all of this to him instead of me.
Even if you're right, that sounds like a pain.
I thought you'd say that. I'm sorry for doing this behind your back. But I invited Major General Fubuki here. He should arrive any minute now.
What?
I received a message from Yuito. He said you wanted to talk to me, Arashi?
Fubuki? I had no idea you were so nosy, Yuito.
You're the one who started this by trying to force me to rest, so consider this payback.
I can't believe you.
Arashi, Yuito, what's going on?
Sorry, Fubuki, but I don't really have anything to talk to you about.
Arashi, come on.
I mean, there's a lot of things I could say. However, I know it's wrong to push my own values on you. I won't criticize or deny the way you live just because we think differently. I suppose I was conceited to think that I was always right.
I'm
It's very
surprised to hear you
mature
say
of her.
that.
Really? It's the conclusion I drew from my latest experiment.
Experiment?
Yeah, it was pretty enjoyable. It's all thanks to the wonderful test subject I had. In other words, you just have to follow your gut.
Arashi.
Arashi.
Just don't push yourself too hard. I can't support you if you collapse. Like, physically.
I know. Thank you.
Sorry, maybe I did stick my nose where it didn't belong.
Maybe.
That's all right. That was surprisingly cathartic. I've been avoiding that conversation because I thought it was too much of a pain. Seems like I had a lot I kept bottled up inside.
She didn't even
I
really
feel a bit
say that
better
much.
Really? That's good.
So here's a token of my appreciation. Take it.
Appreciation? My vision!
It's the light version of the break program. It starts spinning your vision, so you'll...
I'm getting dizzy.
Does it force you to lie down?
That was awesome. How's that for relaxing, Yuito?
You're actually pissed, aren't you?
It's tough being the good one.
Nah.
You're a good one?
Come on, do I look like a good girl? I'm talking about you. Public impression will often hold you back in life. I just thought it must be hard for you.
You're always so nice. Thanks.
You are becoming more reliable every day. Keep this up and you could do my half of the work too.
I don't know about your half, but I'm happy you recognize what I can do.
I was thinking, I can't remember who Fubuki's related to. Because he's a brother of... It might have been Arashi. Oh yeah, it is Arashi. So is your dizziness better? I hope that teaches you not to play pranks like that on an adult lazy Yui. I should thank you though. It looks like by the byproduct of my rest program is worth more than I thought. I still feel sick, but I'm relieved that you said that. I feel bad for what I did. Sorry. This isn't really an apology, but I want you to teach me how to switch gears like an adult. Lazy Yui wants to learn directly from Master Lazy Ara. How can I put this? You're too serious to help. Fine, I'll teach you the basics of being a bad adult. Can you come to the hideout? Major General... Oh, that's the message you just sent for the Arashi thing. Talking to you, honestly, I'm shaken. I have nothing. My life has no meaning. But I guess I'm the only one who can remember them, my family. Sorry, I don't know how to put it. We should talk again. Let's just not go out on the town next time. The three little Yuito's thing. Yuito, when he was a patient at the old OSF hospital in Lokusho City, he is a 5-year-old who still has a baby face. I feel like most 5-year-olds have a baby face. He is an inept with no power or any psionic ability at all, also known as a dud. His eyes see a completely different world than the majority of common citizens. He was admitted to the hospital for the purpose of dud research, so he had a tag on his ear in the shape of an ear cuff used for monitoring test subjects. Yuito doesn't understand what is being done to him. The present Yuito also has lost almost all memories of this time. Wakana Sumeragi, a woman born into Getsu as one of the design children. She was raised rich in human emotions for the purpose of activating the red strings. Since she only developed weak psionic abilities, she was given the role of Kasane's foster mother and was nearly killed to get Kasane to activate the red strings. Early stream, yeah, early stream today. The plan is to see credits. And I'm alright. I ended up not going to the barbecue. So I've just kind of been doing nothing all day, and I was like, you know, I'm just going to play Scarlet Nexus. I'm not doing anything else. She barely escaped with her life, then defected to Suo, married Joe Sumeragi, and gave birth to Kaito and Yuito. She died when Yuito was 5 years old, though to have been killed in another attack... Thought to have been killed in another attack, but the cause of her death seems to have actually been the work of Togetsu. She is a kind and clever woman with a good motherly instinct, so while she of course cared for her son Yuito, she never forgot about Kasane, who she had to leave in Togetsu, and always worried about her. So because she's in the future now, I'm assuming in the next phase she's gonna die? Like Togetsu's gonna kill her? Because as the timeline goes, she did not die in the other attack in the past. She went to the future. And that could have just been a cover-up. But apparently she can't be here for very long. We'll find out. Alright, Haruka Fraser, an OSF operator in charge of Kasane's platoon. She is the younger identical twin of Wataru Fraser, who is also an operator. She has a cheerful and lighthearted personality, which is shown in her behavior, so she is sometimes mistaken for a boy. She wonders why so many people made that mistake about her, and it bothers her. Despite her looks, she has a delicate personality. She loves the outdoors and tries to spend as much time outside in the sunshine as she can. She can be a little nerdy and is very particular about the tools she uses. Yeah, they are very identical. This is very true. There's a few in here I haven't read. A cut rut. A rut that stores water inside a solid exterior shell. There's an organ inside that resembles a snake eating its tail that acts like a wheel. The snake has been observed to release the tail when it eats, breaking the wheel. It specializes in ranged attacks, spraying water as at its prey from above. It fears almost nothing when protected by its outer shell and never ceases attacking. It is recommended to use psychokinesis or duplication to break the outer shell quickly, and you don't break it quickly. Maybe because my psycho power is kind of low, I guess. I haven't gotten any of those upgrades, but yeah, it does not break quickly. Aim for the weak point in the center of the interior. A saliva Santa, a Santa that spits saliva to soak its prey. Just looking at these two. It's such a weird enemy. I mean, they're all weird enemies. Then throws electrified objects to shock them. It encloses its entire body in a solid box when it senses a threat, trying to blend in with its surroundings. It will attack by spraying the surrounding area with saliva, even while inside the box if it is repeatedly attacked. So attempting to break the box is not advisable. You should hide with invisibility or use hypervelocity or teleportation to get close and attack the weak point at the center of its torso. Its body is soaked in saliva, making electrokinesis effective as well. A booger sabbit that flings the mushroom-like growths on its head to confuse its prey with the spores. Once the prey is confused, it finishes them with a powerful charge. Analysis has shown that these spores have an even stronger effect on brains with a high amount of psionic hormone, which makes this creature a dangerous opponent for the OSF. Its nose is unguarded when it flings the spores, so you should use hypervelocity or teleportation to get close and attack it before you get confused. A Juddy China. Oh no, I have fought a few of these. A chinery with 3 organs that look like fruits. There are multiple reports of it seeming to wash the fruits on the front of its body at watering holes, but there's no analytical data assigning any special meaning to this behavior. Breaking the outer shells of the fruit exposes the brittle innards, and when the entire outer shell is broken, it falls prone. The theory is that it believes it has been killed. You want to break the shell when it leaves itself open after a wide swinging attack, but the fruits on its back are protected by a tail-like organ. You'll need to attack quickly or use a method like invisibility to get in close. It's also kind of freaky that its like spine is on its belly. The other ones aren't like that. Fucking creepy. The Court Mort. The most massive other recorded by the OSF, whose existence has only been reported once. The identity of the reporter has been concealed, but the attached data is highly trustworthy, so it will be added to the database for reference. It contains many others within its body, and seems to be able to control them with its roar. Topographic observations suggest there is a giant space inside the structure. It's possible that this other stays inside and feeds indirectly by gathering others who have collected brains into itself and keeps them until they perish. When the reporter encountered the other, it set many pendus on them, which attacked all at once. However, the pendus' movements were simpler than if they had been acting on their own, so analysis suggests that using sclerokinesis to endure the attacks would be effective. The report also contains records of this other performing attacks itself, with an account of it destroying a road to hunt down its prey. It is unlikely there are any countermeasures if this giant charges you. It's thought to be nearly impossible to defeat, so it would be wise to run for your dear life, like the person who made the report did. When eating humans, it would go right through it. For the chinery? Or the Court Mort? Either way, I don't know. It's a good question. Oh, Nagi. It looks like it just got longer. Another battle occurred in Suo during the emergency broadcast in accordance with the previous battle fought against the subject that used aerokinesis to fight. The subject also does not seem to hesitate taking actions that may bring a significant burden on the brain and will unleash powerful attacks within the brain field as well. After the battle, the subject died due to the repeated intense stress its brain was put under. Sag. Poor Nagi.
Yuito, can I ask you something?
Sure, what?
We found the white flowers already. I was wondering if there were any other plants you want me to find?
Nothing comes to mind.
Oh, alright.
You look really disappointed. What's up all of a sudden?
Well, I wanted to help you.
You always help me. Not only in battle, but with the flowers too. That's more than enough.
But
Huh? What is it? Oh, sorry. You don't have to tell me if you don't want to.
She wants to help you with your pants.
Wait, I'll say it. I have to. I want to be brave.
Tsugumi?
I want to be... I want to be your friend.
Huh? You want to be my friend?
Aren't you already friends?
I've been thinking about it for a long time. You're so nice, and you listen to me, so I want to be your friend. I looked for the white flowers because I wanted to help you. I thought if I did, you'd be my friend.
Oh, that's what you were trying to say when I asked you why you were so interested in that flower on Hiyano Mountain.
Yeah, I didn't lie then, but the main reason
How you doing,
was
Everike?
because I wanted you to be my friend. So I asked if there was any other way I could help. I'll help you any way I can.
You don't have to do that, you know.
So you don't want to be my friend?
What are you talking about? We're already friends.
What?
That's how I feel anyway. If it's okay with you,
Face
I want to
pulling
be
at
your
the scene.
friend.
She's so unbelievably timid and
I
like,
can't talk normally, and I couldn't bring the flower back. I wasn't any help.
Whether you're helping or not doesn't matter.
I'm struggling to
Friends are
understand her
friends.
like
Besides,
point
you've been
of
talking
view
normally
of
for
like,
a while now.
The way
friendship.
I talk isn't normal. I just blush and go quiet. I can't look people in the eyes.
Listen, it's fine if that's normal for you. But what
like
do
her
you think
threshold
is
for
normal
friendship I think
anyways?
is higher.
Being able to talk a lot without pausing. If you don't do that, people don't understand.
That's not true. Even if you don't talk very much, I understand how you feel.
Really?
I mean, you found that flower's name from the little that I remembered, and you were going to climb Hiyano Mountain by yourself. Seeing all that, there's no question how much you care about me. Anyone would agree. And who else but a friend would go through that much trouble?
You think so?
Yeah. Take plants, for example. They make you feel good just by being around and not talking, right?
Yeah.
So don't feel like you have to go to great lengths or change who you are just to please others. I think you should just be yourself, just as you are now.
That's kind of strange. I've never thought I could be myself. I always wanted to be normal. I thought that if I was, I would be able to make friends besides Kagero.
Like I said, I'm your friend. So stressing yourself out is the last thing I want you to do. Just like that white flower. You left it alone because you thought it would be happier living on the mountain. I think you should live the way that's easiest for you as well. That sounds a little pompous, though.
No, it doesn't. I'm happy.
Same here. I'm happy to call you my friend.
Yeah, we're friends.
Oh, right. About the flowers. I just thought of one.
I feel like I'm detecting a lot of red flags with Tsugumi. Is it just me? Because from what I've seen, both fictional and non-fictional, people who put this high level of importance on being called a friend, once they become a friend, suddenly they're like too close of a friend too quickly, if that makes any sense. it's like the barrier of becoming a friend is really high in their mind, but once you pass it, it's like, oh, and then literally everything is okay from that point. It's like, no. Like, they don't understand boundaries beyond that.
And I want to
Does that make
find.
sense?
What? Go on.
We couldn't bring back that silent snowmelt before, so I was thinking we could find a flower that's suited for this place. Is there one that would bloom inside the hideout? And I'm just asking as a friend, so...
There are a lot. There's no direct sunlight inside the hideout, so...
More than friends or clairvoyants would know
flower
everything.
that
Oh,
can
that's
live
true.
inside the shade is best. Like a spathiphyllum.
Spatho... what now?
But we should take it outside to get some sun once in a
Boundaries
while.
for those, exactly.
It's hard for flowers to
Because
bloom
if the
without
biggest boundary is the entry to friendship, all the other boundaries are going to be like way lower than that.
ever getting sunlight. Soil too.
That
it's
seems to
not the
be
right
like
soil
the
for the
normal
flower,
the
it
normal
will wilt.
progression of a character like
I know
Tsugumi.
a good shop for soil. I'll take you there.
I was hoping for an easier one. Like one for beginners.
There are no easy plants. They're all living things.
Got it. So first, I should get serious about this. She looks like she's having fun. She has no trouble talking about plants. She sees me as a friend too. I guess that means we're real friends now. There's no other way to put it. Okay, I'm ready to learn, Professor Tsugumi.
Sure. I'll start with the basics. Make sure you take notes.
And she does say that she tries to like
Right. Okay.
suppress her clairvoyance to avoid like reading people's minds. Because of like she's learned like secrets and bad things all the time, and then people get all weird about it. But I wouldn't be surprised if now she's like, oh, I'm friends with Yuito, so I can read his mind. It doesn't matter. He won't care. He's my friend. I'll just read everything that goes on in his head. Just everything about that to me was just screaming red flag. And I was like, I don't know.
Yuito, do you have a minute? There's something I have to tell you.
What's the matter?
Let's go to Masubi's. I'll tell you everything there. About things I've been hiding from you.
I wasn't aware she was hiding anything.
What was it that you were hiding from me?
I couldn't tell you before because I was scared of what you'd think of me. A long time ago, Togetsu ordered me to monitor your mother, Wakana Sumeragi.
My mom?
Yes. Right after she escaped from Togetsu, they sent me into Suo. I spied on her and reported everything to them. Her movements, her life, and her family.
I see. That's why you knew about my childhood.
I'm sorry for not telling you sooner.
No, I'm glad you told me. I'm surprised, but I'm sure you didn't have a choice.
Thank you. I don't know if this can make up for it, but I'll answer anything you want to know.
Let's see. Okay. I'm a little embarrassed to ask this.
What is it?
Could you tell me more about my mom? We didn't have time to really sit down and have a conversation when she came back.
Yes, of course. Where should I start? From that romantic day your parents met?
No, you don't need to go that far. How about from the time I was born?
Let's see. You had to be kept in the hospital for a while, but you were such a cute baby. Your mother was always by your side, watching over you. While you and your brother grew, I think your mother always sensed Togetsu in the shadows.
Well,
Still,
rightfully
she
so.
continued basking you in love, never showing any sign of fear or worry. She was an incredible person.
Do you think you were watching over us like my mom did?
Huh?
Just the way you were talking about it made it sound like you kept a watchful eye on us. I'm sorry if I was wrong.
You're right. I may have gotten a little attached. I mean, I've been watching your family for years. I still wish Wakana could have lived like that forever. However, I couldn't even imagine going against Togetsu at the time. All I could do was watch.
You don't need to feel responsible for that. You're not like that anymore.
Hearing you say that makes me feel like I can forgive myself a little. Thank you.
Well, thank you for telling me stories about my mom. Can I hear more sometime?
Yes, anytime you'd like. I have lots I want to share as well, like the first time you walked, or when your diaper...
Hey, we don't need to go over anything like that.
Did she?
Do you have tons of embarrassing stories about me or
She's
something?
a very successful observer, private detective,
I'm sorry, Yuito.
whatever you would call her
Pushed
work
a
for
lot on you
Togetsu.
without considering your feelings.
She's apparently extremely good at it.
What are you talking about?
You know, like charms and fortune-telling. I just wanted to become friends with you so badly that I went a little overboard. From now on, I'm going to do my best to be a motherly and trustworthy sisterly figure to you.
Thanks? That felt a little odd.
I think of you as family, Yuito. I hope that doesn't bother you.
Of course not. It makes
Just
me
the fact
happy.
that she wanted to be like
I'm glad you feel that way.
a mother figure and a sister figure simultaneously. I mean, it's impressive. I think all I have is a squash racket. All right. I feel like I need to mentally prepare for the... Oh, it's like going on a date with Twitter. Okay.
Yuito, I need to talk to you.
Now what? Did you come to insult me again?
No, I don't want anyone else to hear. We're going to Musubi's. Come on.
Smother.
Hey, wait.
She
I
would
didn't
smother.
agree. Oh, man. I can't take this guy. So, what do you want?
We had an argument last time.
Yeah, I remember. You don't want to pick up where we left off, do you? I've had enough of that.
No, I don't. I was too emotional before, so I'm sorry.
Wait, what did you just say?
I said I'm sorry. What's strange about that? I know when I've gone too far.
I'd say he knows and doesn't
Yeah.
care most of the time.
I said things I didn't mean to. But I didn't expect you to just apologize.
I called you a pampered little boy. But when I thought of your circumstances, I realized I was wrong. You lost both your parents, then almost lost your memory. You've had plenty of your own hardships.
Well, when you say it like that... Did I really have it that hard?
Will you accept my apology?
Yeah, I accept.
Just to be clear, I'm only apologizing for what I was wrong about. It's true that you're a dimwit, so I won't apologize for that.
Can't he be a little nicer? I guess that's just his personality.
Speaking of hardships, you said you were a dud. Do you actually know what that means?
Huh? It means someone born without powers.
Is there more to it?
Do you really understand that? You say it like it doesn't affect you. They have it harder than even civilians. They're powerless.
Well, it's kind of unclear. Wait, are you worried about me?
No?
Still felt to
I
sucker
just-
punch him?
I can't understand how you can say that so lightly. No matter what the official stance is, people without powers are discriminated against. It doesn't matter if you're a Sumeragi or not. No matter how much they flatter you to your face, they're laughing at you in their heads. I don't think I could handle that.
I know that people won't look at me the same, but it won't change who I am. There are people who see me for me, not as a psionic or as a Sumeragi.
I can't tell if you're tough or just stupid. You've had so many bad experiences, but you look so self-assured. When I see you, it makes me think I can't whine about my little problems.
I'll take that as a compliment. I'm surprised you want to whine sometimes.
It's not that I want to whine. There are things I'm not pleased about. I've worked so hard, but my real ability still isn't appreciated in the OSF. It's irritating.
Oh yeah, I think I know what it feels like to not be appreciated too. People don't see how hard I work because I'm a Sumeragi. Just like you.
Huh. Way to be insulting without trying. I'll give you some advice. If you feel like you're not being appreciated, then get so strong that people have to appreciate you. That's the only way. It's what I worked so long for, and what I'll keep working for.
At least he has a goal.
You can be unexpectedly passionate.
Unexpectedly? Why is it unexpected?
It's kind of narrow-minded, but
I
it's
just always
a
thought you
goal.
were the cool guy. I didn't think we'd have anything in common.
Stop it. We don't have anything in common. I'm not a pampered boy like you.
Yeah, we're not alike at all. I mean, I'm not rude like you.
What?
If you had been nicer about your advice before... Oh, that's right. I haven't thanked you yet. I had trouble listening, but once I put the insults aside, I realized it was pretty good advice. Thanks.
Of course it was. I'm always studying battles to get better than I am now.
Yeah, I think that's amazing. Will you give me more advice sometime?
Sure. But I won't be so nice next time, so don't cry about it.
I'll be ready.
I don't like that we're encouraging cheating in any way. I keep wondering if we're gonna find some like
Wait,
sweet sensitive core underneath his exterior
what kind of
shell.
person do you think I am? I just hate the incompetent. I show respect to those that are capable.
There might not be a
Also,
sweet sensitive
that
core
wasn't
inside.
a compliment. I was just recognizing your efforts.
Yeah. Dawn Pickles Chapter 8. Okay.
Have you learned to appreciate how amazing I am? I think you're great, Shiden. I've always thought that.
Tell me how to deal with this. I hear you're pretty good at housework, but how's your wisdom on an everyday life? The static electricity I make is giving me problems. It affects my work sometimes too. I want to do something about it. That's out of left field. I do know something though. The easiest thing is to put your palm on a wall or some wood for a while before you touch a doorknob. It happens easily when your skin is dry too, so make sure to stay moisturized. Is your skin dry, Shiden? I'd rather not talk about my skin, but I have been a little dry lately. That's pretty good advice, thanks. I've never heard the, like, put your hand on a wall or some wood for a while. Of course, I've never had, like, static go into a doorknob, specifically. I'm more afraid of it going into, like, my PC. Like, every time I go to touch the power button, I'm like, please don't shock it. Please don't shock it. Because that's how my PS2 broke. Which, I still have it. I could maybe figure out... I'd probably just have to replace the power button. That'll work fine. But yeah. Although it's been less static lately, I guess. Mostly just in the winter. I messaged you about smiling before, right? When you were a baby, a smile when you were with your mother was like a blooming flower. Especially when she would tickle you. You looked like you were having so much fun. You would beg her to do it. It used to make me smile too. It's kind of embarrassing, but it reminded me that I was loved. Thanks, Kyoka. Hearing you say that makes me feel like I helped. Thanks to you too, Yuito. I'm glad we're friends, Yuito. I wonder what else friends do together. I think I might want to do more friend things with you other than talking about plants. That's kind of a tough question. There are some limited Baki goods coming out soon if you're interested. Let's go buy them. Yeah, that sounds fun. Like friends, it's a promise. Like friends. I still remember when I broke that PS2 because I was sitting down and I was gonna finish. I was right at the end of Dragon Quest VIII. I was like, I think I'm gonna finish this game today. I went to go touch the power button. The shock went, like it hurt. Like it hurt my finger a lot. It went straight into the power button and then it just wouldn't turn on. I was like, great. I also have some PS2 games I've never played. Just been sitting on a shelf. And at the time, I looked up, I'm like, I could probably just buy one of someone else. People were selling them for like 20 bucks at the time. I was a student and extremely poor. So I was like, I can't just like spend 20 bucks on this. And then years later, I was like, oh, you know, maybe I should get a replacement. People are selling it for like $100. Like a PS2. And I was like, what? So I still don't have a working PS2. Even if I did, I wouldn't use it though. So I don't really care anymore. If I really want to play those games that I have, I can just... It's legal for me to use a ROM because I have the fucking game behind me, so... I'm also not super morally opposed to ROMs anyway. It's a spectrum. It's a spectrum. Really depends on what you're doing.
I didn't really talk to Kasane about the fact that the person who raised her was my mother. Hey, Kasane. Do you have a minute?
Sure, what is it?
I wanted to talk to you about my mother. I thought you may want to as well.
Yes. Will you come with me to Mizuhagawa?
Why?
I thought it would be best to talk somewhere private. I also want to get some combat in.
So you want to get some field training? Great. I'll make lunch then. We'll probably get hungry.
This isn't a picnic. Fine.
Good. Then we'll leave in an hour. We don't get to do this too often, so I'll make the best lunch that I can. Looks like we took care of most of the others around here. Let's take a break. Here's your lunch.
I thought I was actually going to do some fighting, like some of the other Bond episodes.
Oh.
She's not saying anything. Maybe she doesn't like some of the vegetables. Or maybe I tried too hard? I was going to make something simpler, but I got carried away. Is it too much?
It's fine. It tastes fine too.
Thanks. So, let's talk while we eat. I was surprised that you called my mom mother.
I think it'd be fun to, like, put together, like, some bento boxes for lunch. I've never done that because I just assume it's, like, a lot of work to like, put a meal like that together. Maybe I'll try that because I've been bored of I eat the same old food all the time and I'm pretty bored.
You're
what
the
I'm
one
eating.
that called my mother Mom.
That's the same... No, wait. I guess she raised you first.
Mother raised me when she was in Togetsu. Then she had you and your brother in Suo.
That means you're like my big sister then.
Wait a minute. Why am I your big sister?
You were raised first, so that means you're older than me.
Oh, I guess you're right. I hadn't thought about it that much.
She is rather indifferent sometimes. Well, we really don't pay attention to actual age in the OSF.
True.
I don't have memories from when
It's all
Mother
very
went
confusing.
away until I was adopted by the Randalls.
That's when my brother and I were born, so it must have been about 10 years. Were you in cryogenic sleep or something?
That's most likely the case. All I remember is losing my mother, and how painful it was.
Oh, right. But I was born because she left Togetsu, so that's a good thing for me, at least.
Right.
Oh, sorry. That was a little insensitive.
No. It's true that if Mother had stayed in Togetsu, you wouldn't have been born.
So, I guess I should call you Big Sister now?
Stop it. The only big sister I know is Naomi. It doesn't suit me.
Okay, I won't say it anymore.
I wonder what traditional family dynamics are for being like the older sibling
That
in
was
Japan.
quite the feast. Not too bad if I do say so myself.
Yes, it was good, thanks. How do you feel about seeing Mother?
It was necessary in order to save the world. But in truth, I was really happy to see her.
Me too. The moment I saw her face, it was like I was a child again. It was really strange.
Neither of us had seen her since we were young. There's just so much I want to tell her about.
So do I. I wonder if we'll have the time, though.
That's hard to say. Did you ask her how long she can stay in this time?
No, I haven't had the chance. I hope she'll stay forever.
Yeah. But as much as I want her to, I know in my heart that she won't be with us that long.
You're right. But we can't just spend all of our time being sad about it.
Yeah. Sorry for being a downer.
I wasn't accusing you of anything. I just don't want to think that not seeing her is the end of the relationship. Even if we can't be together, it doesn't mean we'll forget the people who loved us.
I was just a kid, but I remember being so happy when I was with my mom.
As long as we have those memories, no matter how much time passes, we're all still connected.
There's still like a potential
that way of
question with
thinking.
Kasane, and where her memories
Even
could just be
without the red
implanted.
strings, our hearts are connected over time.
Yes. Though it sounds rather trite when you put it into words.
Really? I don't think it does. I will say the ability to time travel has really messed with us. But I am very thankful that it allowed me to see my mom again.
Yes. I have more good memories now.
Promise not to laugh, but when I actually saw her again and heard her voice, I felt a lump in my throat and almost started to cry. I actually did cry a little, though.
Why would I laugh at you for that? I felt the same way.
I guess we've gotten a little too comfortable here.
This is perfect. Let's get a workout in before we head back.
Okay. Let's take care of this together.
Stay on guard. It might not be just them. Connect with SAS and don't forget your surroundings.
She said it doesn't suit her, but she is like a big sister sometimes.
What? You look like you want to say something.
Oh,
Korea the Younger will serve the older and traditional
go.
ethics, so might be the same in Japan. There could be some similar influences. It depends how far back those traditions go, because I know that
Yuito.
Korea and Japan
I
generally
wanted to
don't
talk
like
to
each
you.
other.
Sure, what is it?
I just wanted to thank you. It's strange, but whenever I talk to you, I feel relieved. It's kind of like you're to me what Baki is to you.
Those two countries have a checkered past. So,
I wonder if I understand your feelings better. Communicating with someone is difficult.
Yeah, it's not like I'm good at it either, but I get what you're saying.
that Bond episode made me think of this like almost like philosophical question. It's like, if you have implanted memories, they never actually happen, but they happen to you because you have memories of them happening. Does it matter? Does it matter that they're real or not? And I think you can answer both yes and no and be correct. Like it's a very like philosophical thing. You remember that I said I have a refined palate? That lunch you made was delicious. I just wanted to tell you that. There's one more thing I wanted to tell you. When I saw you fight today, I was thinking the way you use your power is a little rough around the edges. You should focus more. I'm happy you liked my cooking. I'll cook for you again. Rough, huh? Something I can't move like you do, Kasane. Why don't you train me to show my appreciation? I guess I'll make you another lunch. If you want to, of course. Right, it would be good practice for me too, so I guess I wouldn't mind training you. Can you bring the lunches when we do? Now I want to know what these lunches are. I ate before the stream and now I just want food.
Yuito, do you have a moment?
You look worried. Did
Oh, I
something
forgot.
happen?
I was thinking the voices are slightly
Yes,
quiet. I want to
I
turn them
must
up.
conduct this with the utmost secrecy. It's slightly dangerous. It may be difficult to manage on my own. So I was wondering if you could help me.
Of course I'll help. So how dangerous is it?
For a while now, I've been looking into the research conducted at the old OSF hospital. During the investigation, I discovered research data was stolen by a spy from Seiron. I can't go into details, but it's very dangerous. It must be erased as soon as possible.
So you want to infiltrate a Seiron research facility?
Yes. It should be in the Supernatural Life Research Facility.
Okay. Will it just be the two of us?
Yes, that would be best.
I guess fewer people involved would be better for secrecy.
I'm glad you understand. Let's leave immediately.
Let's do that now. I think I'll just do that. That's probably enough. Like it's just very slightly. I'm like, the voices could be slightly louder. Just slightly.
I know it's kind of late to bring this up, but shouldn't we be hiding as we move so they don't notice us?
No,
We chose an area with higher activity levels of others like last time. So I believe we will be okay.
You need an updated keycard? Okay.
Leave it to me!
You lit that one up. It sprayed something like oil. Don't get it on work.
Now die! Leave it to me!
Dover.
Over there. That's the other we need to take.
I think I had a side quest related to Scummy Rummies. I'm pretty sure. Buddy Rummy. With Psychokinesis follow-up attack. It's activated.
Kara.
I don't know if this is counting. This should count.
Target is down. Let's go to the next one.
Come on! There! Keep it up!
There was something related to cushion pounds too, I think. With Intercept. Okay.
If your body begins to burn with fire, it'll drain your health, so be careful. Damage to outer shell confirmed. Keep going and break it.
Help me, Kyoka! You're mine!
Shell breach confirmed. Put the pressure on.
Oh, she doubles me now. Oh, hell yeah.
I must train more.
Okay, so if I had...
Payback time! Now!
Ooh, that's a
I'm
big
supposed to
blade.
kill him with that. That's the problem. Because he gets super low. Oh. Shoot me. Okay.
Come on! Let's overpower them! This is bad.
Oh, that fucking hurt.
Let's regroup!
Okay. No! God damn it, Luca.
Help me, Kyoka! Next! Hey! Keep it up!
Target is down. Let's go to the next one.
That should count.
Come on!
That won't. That wasn't the follow-up. Oh, it hit someone else.
Mission complete.
Next!
Nice. Core completion. Alright, one of these counted. Where am I supposed to be going here? It seems like it's on the first floor somewhere.
Thanks, Luca! Hey! I need support!
Okay, I'm gonna take a super quick break just because I gotta stretch my leg and go to the bathroom and stuff, so I'll be right back.